Hi, this is La. Walk with me. It's a rainy day here in Oregon. Most mornings around here, nothing really happens. Just the usual stuff. But today, the clouds are rolling in. When it rains like this, the chickens, the turkeys, the guinea fowl, they're all hiding. And then there's the ducks. Every puddle turns into their favorite place. And honestly, most of life looks a lot like this. Nothing dramatic, just small, ordinary moments. And lately, I've been thinking a lot about what comes after the excitement, after the decision, when things get quiet again. I used to think that transformation had an ending, from high school dropout to college graduate, from struggling single mother to a stable provider, employee to an entrepreneur. Like I cross some kind of finish line and get a medal, and then I will finally feel settled. But here's what I've learned, that the moment you arrive is the moment you realize, holy shit, this is just the beginning. I remember my GED teacher telling us, one day you're going to walk across that stage to accept your college degree, and it's going to be the best feeling of your life. And you know what? He was right. But he also didn't tell us what comes after. I worked and studied really hard for 3.5 years straight, sacrificing my winter, my spring, summer, and fall, with very little time for myself outside of being a mom. Because, well, I needed that college degree. I needed to take care and provide for my son as a single mom. I needed to begin my life finally. But that rush of accomplishment, it fades once you get there, wherever quote unquote there is. And what's left is the work of actually being that person. The person with a piece of paper called a bachelor's degree. And while trying to build a career with it, figuring yourself out. Well, starting my food cart journey was pretty much the same story. That launch was terrifying and exhilarating all at the same time. There were press features, both locally and nationally, even featured stories in reputable magazines. And once, I was even bestowed the title of the best new food cart by the Oregonian. I had received invitations to speak about my journey and my cultural history. And then, as usual, I hit that proverbial wall again. Because starting something, well, I learned that was the easy part. The hardest part was staying the course and being my own cheerleader when the lights go dim and no one is there. During my journey, doubts came in hard. You question every decision you've ever made. You're hit with imposter syndromes, and let me tell you, it comes at you from all sides. Every comments and critique from the quote unquote reviewers for my food cart hits harder than it should. People who probably didn't even deserve that much space in my mind because they weren't even in the same ring with me, like Brene Brown would say. But you learn to adapt to these moments, to these changing times. And you live in the middle of all of these uncertainty. Most people, they talk about reinvention like it's a destination, like Hawaii. Like you make that leap and then, haha, you're here, you've made it. But that's actually not how it works. You leap, you land, and then you have to learn how to stand. A lot of the time without a crutch, with nothing more than just faith and belief in yourself. And sometimes I like to just call it delusional thinking because it is. Because believing in yourself when there's no proof feels a little bit insane sometimes. And that part was tough, because I left a stable career as a director for entrepreneurship. I traded a team, colleagues, structure, and a reliable paycheck but nothing more but my own belief. And some days, the truth is I still question if it was worth it. And people don't get that. This is what you wanted, they would say. Why are you struggling? Because wanting something doesn't make it easy one bit. And I'm sure most of you know that. I swear sometimes that's my life in a nutshell. Some days I have to say that I do grieve the version of me who felt regulated, who knew what was coming at me for the week through my planner, who didn't have to trust herself this much. And I'm allowed to feel that, even if I chose this path, even if I choose it again. Entrepreneurship isn't predictable. It's just like life. And there's a huge part of me that does crave certainty, that predictability, that routine. Some days I truly feel brave, like I can conquer the world. And other days, let me tell you, I feel lost, like a little kid, like someone standing in a hallway, unsure of which door to open. And that unknown, it can be debilitating, and both are true. I used to think, though, that clarity was the goal, that if I just worked hard enough, I figured it all out. But clarity isn't a destination. It really is a practice. And me, I'm still pivoting. I'm still becoming. But when I actually stopped judging myself for that, when I stopped telling myself I should be stronger and more confident, more sure, my faith returns. And all my dreams and goals and hopes, they return as well. Because I am, after all, human. And I'm allowed to be human, to feel all of that. I mean, that's what we are, aren't we? And when people's opinions start affecting me, truthfully, I go to the one source that actually matters, the only opinions that truly count. And those are the opinions of my chickens and all my feather babies, which you can probably hear outside. They think I am the greatest. I learned to just let myself feel regret for one day and then deep gratitude of how my life is the next. I actually stopped saying it gets better because sometimes you just don't need optimism. Sometimes you just need permission. Permission to feel what you feel, to cry and to pause, to breathe, to sit with the weight of it all your responsibilities, your decisions, and the path that you're on, the one that you chose. So if you're in the middle of reinventing yourself right now at midlife, just know you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need a plan for every step. The truth is, you just need to take the next one right in front of you. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking, and it comes from moving. And if there were no one watching, no one judging, no expectations at all, I still tell you this. It's okay. It's okay to be where you are. Life is messy. It's beautiful sometimes. It's a shithole on some other times. And change? Well, one thing I know for sure, that change truly is the only constant. It's the most predictable thing that I've experienced. And I'm sure you too. So thank you for being here today. And I'm La, the accidental chicken whisperer. May you find peace and courage wherever your journey is taking you.